government, politics, race theory, and all the other BS that falls into those categories. So if that's something that you would like to hear, or if that's something that will piss you off, then we have one saying here: buckle up, buttercup, cause we ain't shutting up. And leading the way, leading the charge, is our boy, our host, B.
How are you doing today? Alright, so it is super cool to be here with you, to be talking to each and every one of you. This is the best time to share our newest of promos. Y'all need to tell me what you think about it. And so, without further ado, here's our newest BZB promo.
Hey, what's up, dude? Guess what? I just got through listening to this podcast, and it was pretty cool, dude. So, it's about this guy learning from not knowing anything about music to learning his way into music and audio industry. That's pretty awesome. The show's called The Big BZB Show. They also have, on top of that, they have the BZB Show and the Be Real Talk Show. Those are both subscriber channels over on Podbean. So check those out if you get the chance. But the next thing is, they also have a political show. These guys are non-stop with this BZB brand. Man, I'd go check them out if I was you. They're going to be the next big thing.
It's lit in here, huh?
Alright, so y'all tell me what you think about that. That seemed to be pretty loud on this end of the audio. I don't know for sure how well it picked up for you. I'm gonna hope that it came across just as well, because that's what we're hoping. That's what we're hoping for. At least at this point in time. I have so much that we could talk about that I just don't know where to start. So first off, yes, this is B from the BZB brand. I am coming to you live here very soon after this is put out. I'm going to try to preset it for a certain time. Try to do AM, I think is what our best time is. I don't know for sure if that's how it's going to work out or not, but that's what my plan is. Yes, you are listening to the KY Patriot Talk Show. We talk about all the political BS and social issues that are currently happening within the U.S. If that's something that's interesting to you or sparks an interest, then hopefully you will enjoy this show. Now, with that all being said, as of this point right now, we are kind of in the blind on what's going on, because we've been on this disconnect. After our last episode, we tried to take a kind of a, what do you call that? It's not a, where you restrict yourself from having something for such a certain period of time, whatever it's called. Anyways, we tried that. At least that's, and we tried it from all social medias and major media outlets, just to kind of get our bearings straight, if you know what I mean. It's a very a dramatic world out there right now with this all happening, and to be in it and talk about it as much as we do and be a show that is all about that, sometimes it's better to step back a minute and not listen to all of the conflicts and garbage being spewed on each other, and kind of center yourself. That might seem like this is not a political kind of episode, because this is like a life coaching episode or something, but it is still political. The show is political. It's just, I think more of us that do these type of shows should maybe step back a little bit more often and kind of get our, I want to say bearings straight, and I don't want it to sound too countrified, but we need to center ourselves, is the best way I can think of saying it. Reconnect with ourselves without having all that going in and out of our heads so much, because it can really suck you into a nasty world of nothing but just awful. It's just, the best I can ever explain it is being just straight evilness in it. There is not a lot of good that's in there, and part of the reasoning behind us even presenting this as a show out there to everybody was to help build a better community within this world of politics. Politics has grown into something way off of where it should have been, where it should be, and it's really took a bad turn is one of the best ways that I can really seem to explain it without just sounding silly. But it just took a turn that is just straightforwardly horrible. And if we're going to make it a better place, then we need to understand that. And we need to take ourselves out of the situations for time periods. Reconnect with who we are, with everything else. Then come back with a clean slate, a level head, and address some of these issues that are going on. Now, I just seen something not too long ago, maybe a few hours ago, that was about something with old DT there, and January 6th stuff. Some kind of information was released, or some kind of documents. I don't know what it was. And maybe you do. The best thing I can say is I can briefly remember that day, And yes, I was at that time completely with DT and him being done wrong. Whether you believe that or not, that's fine. That doesn't mean that we have to argue or disagree on our points of view. My point of view was how the whole voting process was even done. So just the whole mail-in thing was my dead giveaway that something could go wrong very quickly. And then you add in the suspicions of things happening where some was counted, some wasn't counted. And then that really, if you just stand back and look at it from that point of view, just strictly those things that I said, because that was what I was seeing, then you too would be convinced that the other side had done wrong. Now, has evidence proved completely that they have done wrong? No. But evidence hasn't proved that they didn't either. You do understand that. Like, if you're going to prove one, then shouldn't the other have to be approved too? Say that the other didn't happen? So neither has came to a conclusion, and I don't know what that whole documentation things or leaking of information was. I have no idea. Now, here's another one of my views. Do I believe in the breaking into or going into the governmental building like some of those people did? No, I don't believe that was correct. I don't think that was right. I believe it was wrong in their doings. But also, I want to explain that I believe that it wasn't intentionally or intended to be led by DT. I don't think his reasoning behind everything was to have that happen. That just doesn't seem like the person that he would be. He would understand how wrong that would be to do something like that upon our own governmental officials. But did it go that way? It did go that way. Was it enticed by another organization by sliding in on this gathering of supporters? Maybe. I don't know. It's possible. There's no way to prove it. There's no way to prove that it wasn't. So, those things right there add up after a while. And for someone to say that that's absurd, to me doesn't make much sense. So like, if you can't see what I just plainly just stated to you,